Hello Taurus and welcome to my channel. This is going to be your December 2020 work and career reading, possibly finance as well. We'll wait and see what comes up in the reading. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to use the Angel Oracle for a start. Thank you, by the way, to those of you who have liked, subscribed, shared to the channel. All those things are just great support for the channel and help the videos to be seen more. So thank you for that. But let's get started, Taurus, and see how the month is looking for you regarding all things career-wise, work-wise, finance-wise. Let's see. Spirit, we're tuning into Taurus, please. Thank you. We're looking at work and career. Spirit, work and career, please, for Taurus for December. Work and career for December. Excuse me, I seem to have a throat chakra issue today. Let's hope it doesn't get in the way of my communication, hey? All right, so we have attachment, we have cornucopia, we have hostilities. Okay. And some more, please. We'll go through these in just a second. I want to get 6 cards out initially. We have Archangel Chamuel. Which one, please, Spirit? That one, okay. We have Woman Holding a Heart. Okay. And we have the Garden and the Gate. Now, that's interesting because that came up with Walking Away, which I'm going to take. Yeah, because that's quite significant. Right, let's get started, Taurus. Okay, so we have those 7 there. So it kind of feels, we have attachment here. And I do feel there's something in your working life that you are feeling very attached to. It's almost like there's an emotional pull for you with either the type of work you're doing, or maybe it's around your loyalty to a particular place that you work in. It seems like that's causing you a bit of emotional sort of upset at the moment, because maybe you have some divided loyalties, or maybe you're just... maybe you're having to leave a situation. Maybe for some of you, you're at a crossroads. Maybe, you know, the future's looking a bit uncertain. And it's a place that you're actually, or a type of work, as I said, that you're feeling quite attached to. We have underneath it Archangel Chamuel. So Archangel Chamuel is here to help you manage this. You can see that he is taking care of your solar plexus chakra, which I always call the emotional nerve center. So this is very much to do with, you know, keeping you balanced emotionally, keeping you feeling very settled, and helping you cope with sort of the ups and downs of life, really. So let's have a look. We'll have a look in a moment for more detail around that attachment. But it feels like you're really looking for your heart's desires at the moment. Here we have the Woman Holding a Heart. So this is something that you again feel this love for, feel that your dreams have come true. The Cornucopia card is all about abundance. So there's a part of you that's either aiming for something that brings you that feeling, or it may be that your current situation is one that makes you feel like that. You feel like it's your dream job, and maybe for some of you that job's in the balance at the moment, and this is why you're struggling a bit emotionally and why you're feeling attached to it and wanting to hold on to it. So do remember that this is a general reading, so this can be read either way for you depending on your circumstances. It's obviously not a private reading. There seems to be some bad feeling around you though. And this isn't, I don't get the feeling this is directed at you. I get the feeling that in your workplace, there are some hostilities, as it says. There may have been some arguments. There may have been people competing for one particular job. You know, it just feels like there's like a tension in the air, really, you know? So again, this is what makes me wonder whether some of you are being put in a position where you may have to move on from a particular work setting, and it's causing you some distress because you're very attached to that particular work setting or that type of work. There almost feels, Spirit have just said competitiveness. So there feels like there is some sort of maybe fighting over a job position, or fighting to stay where you are, or you almost feel under pressure to prove your worth. There's that sort of energy about it at the moment, Taurus. For some of you, you're feeling quite confined by the restrictions that are being put upon you at the moment. Here in the garden and the gate, we see this young girl. She actually has a key around her neck. So she almost knows what she wants. She knows that she wants to unlock the gate and explore the countryside beyond. But something is keeping her where she is. So for some of you, it may be that you've got your sights set on something new, but at the moment you can't see a way forward in terms of being able to open that gate and go and explore, And it may be because of financial reasons. It may be that you're having to stay where you are for the time being to see what happens. Maybe some of you are facing some sort of redundancy and you're waiting to see, how you come out of the redundancy, whether there'll be some sort of payout. It does feel like you are not enjoying being in this environment. And for others, it's almost like, we were saying that you feel that this job is the job you really want, but you're not enjoying the current energy. For some of you, it feels like, you want to stay behind the gate. For some of you, you're quite happy where you are, but you feel like you're going to be forced out into exploring other avenues. What's interesting about it, though, is that, as I said earlier, the walking away card came at the same time. And look, this woman is walking through the gate. So, I do get the feeling that this is sending a message out to those of you who are looking for pastures new, but you have mixed feelings about leaving the environment you've been in because, on the whole, you've had a good experience of it. But recently, things haven't been quite so good because there have been these hostilities around. But I do see you moving. I do see you moving through the gate and moving forward with your life. You will make use of this key and unlock the gate so that you can walk through it, Taurus. So I do feel like you're going to be making the most of opportunities ahead of you. And regardless of how, you feel about your current workplace, and, you will still take that step because you want to explore new environments, It's that feeling, when you come to leave a job and you know that it's right for you, you know that you want to go and explore and do something new, but at the same time, you're really going to miss your colleagues, It's that sort of feeling I'm getting from this reading today. Right, let's have a look at your feelings about each of these stages in more detail. Can we see these cards? Let's move them down a little bit so that we have room for the next cards. Okay, so Spirit, why is Taurus feeling this attachment, please? How are they feeling about it? Yeah, you're feeling, you see, that although you have this attachment to where you are, you're feeling that you need to explore new beginnings, Taurus. Okay, so I do get the feeling that you've been in a bit of a dilemma about it because, as I say, earlier I mentioned the word loyalty. It feels like you've got this loyalty to your current place, but in actual fact, or maybe just it's the people, you may not like the actual job, who knows, only you know that. But I do get the feeling that you feel it's time to move on. For some of you, you will be having to move on. It won't be your choice necessarily. It will be about sort of, maybe, as I said, redundancies or streamlining the workplace. But yeah, you are concerned at the moment about the obstacles and challenges that are around you. You know, you want these new beginnings. You feel that the job that you are in at the moment has offered you an awful lot and has brought you to where you are, and you are concerned about whether or not you're making the right decision, because there will be some obstacles and challenges along the way. And I do get the feeling that for some of you, you're already feeling those obstacles and challenges, and that is why there are hostilities. So for some of you, you may have already talked to your employer about the fact that you are moving on. You may have even offered your resignation, and you may have met with some hostility because maybe your employers don't want you to go, you know. As I say, you will know what resonates with you and your position. So what are these hostilities, please? How is Taurus feeling about the hostilities, please, Spirit? Yeah, you're using your intuition to navigate your way through this, Taurus. If this hasn't happened for you yet, if this set of circumstances hasn't come up for you yet, then, you know, it may not be the reading for you, or it may be that, you know, it is yet to come. So if you are thinking of exploring new beginnings, you know, these are some of the emotions that you may be feeling along the way. So alongside these hostilities, don't worry too much about it. I don't get the feeling that there's going to be any major fallouts or anything like that. I just think that maybe your current employer won't be happy at the thought of you leaving, or will try and put some sort of block your way, because we do have these obstacles here. But your intuition will guide you through this, Taurus. So, you know, I do feel that you'll come out of it unscathed, you know, emotionally, especially because we have Archangel Shamiel here. You know, so let's find out why Archangel Shamiel is here and how he'll help Taurus, please. Why is Archangel Shamiel here and how will he help Taurus, please? Yeah, look, he's here to keep you balanced. He's here to protect you emotionally, you know. Spirit have just said to me, some of you need to maybe do some meditation, you know, have some relaxation, some time out where you can just, you know, find peace emotionally if you're dealing with this sort of hostility during the day. As I say, the hostility is not anything major. You know, it's just uncomfortable because it's a place that you have been happy in for some of you. But Archangel Shamiel will help you to feel emotionally more settled, to enable you to take advantage of these financial and material changes that are ahead, Taurus. So if you're one of the people who have been, you know, had the choice taken away from you, you know, like I said, if you're facing redundancy or the end of a contract, etc., you know, don't worry too much, because in actual fact, Archangel Shamiel's helping to keep your anxiety at bay, you know, your emotional upset at bay. But, you know, we do see financial and material changes ahead for you anyway. So why do we have the woman holding a heart? How will Taurus feel about that, please? You have some choices to make, okay? You know, you have choice about where you move on, whether you want to move on. Remember, you have free will. So, you know, this is a reflection of how things could be if you take, you know, that decision. But, you know, they're saying you will have choices. You will have, you may have loved where you are or loved the people in the place that you are, but you have the other choices that will also bring you that feeling of joy, that feeling of love, you know, that's something that you feel fulfilled doing, Taurus. So why do we have the garden and the gate, please? Thank you. Yeah. Spirit are asking you to be honest with yourself. So when this situation comes up, Taurus, they're saying, you know, be honest with yourself. You may be under pressure to stay where you are from your employer because they don't want to lose you, for example. But, you know, you need to be honest and ask yourself what is right for you. What is it you want in order to move your life forward? What puts you on your correct path? Are you living your life to please your employer, or are you living your life to fulfill your purpose, Taurus? So Spirit are very much asking you to be honest with yourself about that. So what can you tell us about this walking away energy, please, Spirit? Walking away energy. Yeah, they don't want you to be afraid. You know, there may be some fear around at that time. It's always, you know, Taurus, whenever we change jobs in our lives, and trust me, I did it several times before I started doing this, but, you know, there's always, even though we know it's going to be new, it's going to be exciting, it does bring fear with it. So Spirit is saying, try and normalize that feeling of fear and turn it into excitement, because actually that's what it is. It just manifests itself in fear. So, you know, don't be afraid. If you know that that step ahead is the right one for you, then embrace it, Taurus. You know, move forward with you know, that love in your heart. Let's see, can we have another card for walking away, please? How else can Taurus be feeling? Yeah, they're asking you to be strong. They're asking you to have courage. They're asking you to stand your ground, go ahead with your decision, you know, follow your heart. If it's your heart that's drawing you to other places, you know, be courageous here, Taurus. Okay. So that's it, quite kind of interesting, really. You know, I do see mixed emotions for you there. Yeah, definitely mixed emotions, but you're heading in a good direction. It's about just taking the courage to take that step. Let's just get some overall energy. I'm having an oracle day today. I'm not in, well, it won't be a whole day, but for these readings, I'm not being drawn to use tarot, so we're sticking with oracle for the moment. Spirit, what's the overall energy for Taurus, please? What advice have you got for Taurus? Okay, so they're saying, you know, there may be, with these mixed emotions, you may have times where you're sort of feeling quite alone. You may feel like you're stepping out of your comfort zone here. But, you know, sometimes it's crucial for our growth, Taurus. And this is why they're saying it's nothing to be afraid of, because it is going to lead you to somewhere that will help your growth. What else have you got for Taurus, please, Spirit? Thank you. Yeah, it's time to take that leap, look. You're right at the edge here. You're just ready to take that leap forward, Taurus. So don't be afraid to take it. What else, please? Can we have 4? What else, please? Can we have 4? Thank you. Yeah, look, this is all about forward movement. They're really urging you to take that next step this month, Taurus. You know, on this boat, not only do we see travel because of the boat, but on the boat there's an arrow. I don't know if you can see it clearly on camera, but it actually points forward. So they're saying, you know, don't be afraid of standing alone and taking that leap to move your life forward, because, you know, it can lead you to some really good places here, Taurus. Can we have one more for Taurus, please? One more for Taurus. Ooh, thank you. This couldn't have been more definite. Look at this. Taurus, it's time to go. Oh my goodness. Now, look, bear in mind, Taurus, that, as I say, we all have free will. Just because it says in a general reading on YouTube here that, you know, it's time to go, it doesn't mean you've just got to follow that guidance. What I'm saying is, you know, Spirit are giving you this guidance. If you choose to take it, then it's going to help you with your personal development. It's going to help you move forward in life. They are giving you this definite message. But, you know, it's up to you whether you take it. But, you know, what Spirit are saying is, if you feel you want this new beginning, which is what we're seeing here, don't let fear hold you back, okay? Don't let fear be the reason that you don't take that step forward. And especially if you're having some resistance from the people that you like in your current workplace, simply because they don't want you to go. You have to be honest with yourself, Taurus, and ask yourself, is this right for me moving forward, or am I living for my employer and what they want? You know, and maybe my work colleagues too. You know, they can be very persuasive. Ooh, Sorry, I'm just dropping all the cards. In fact, I'm going to take all 3 of those because they kind of feel right. So what we have here is, look, nothing is set in stone yet. Okay, so if you're one of the people who this reading resonates for in another way, in that you're having to leave your job where you felt secure because of changes, changes in the world at the moment, you know that nothing is set in stone yet. Decisions haven't been made. But if you are that person moving on, then, you know, there are still some changes to be made, basically. What else do we have? Yeah, they're saying, look, it is time to take action, Taurus, but bring love into the situation, you know? Leave your current employer if you are choosing to leave. Leave with good feeling, leave with love, despite the hostilities. You know, if people want you to stay, that's a flattering thing. They want you to stay, you know. So if you are moving towards a new job, again, choose something that you're going to love, okay? But whichever way you go with this, Taurus, it is time to take some action, okay? So we have time to go and time to take action and new beginnings and walking away here. So don't let fear hold you back this month, Taurus. Okay, I hope you found that helpful. If you did, please drop me a like down below. I am offering private readings, so, you know, please drop me an email. The information's in the box below, and we'll get that sorted for you. And please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And Taurus, have a beautiful, beautiful December. Okay, take care, everybody. Bye.